Day, and the bye week's been all thrown off, so that's played into it a little bit. But when you look at the Steelers and how they're playing, they have no balance on offense. Their run game is non-existent, and as Key would tell you, this time of year you do need some semblance of a running game because of the weather. The passing game is dink and dunk with Big Ben. He gets the ball out quick, but there's not a lot of explosive plays in the passing game. They've sustained some injuries on defense, so when I look at the Steelers, I'm not in full panic mode, but I do have some concerns about their team right now.
When you look at them, though, in the way they've been playing over the last couple of weeks, they've dropped two games. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills, they didn't look good at all. Do you have any confidence whatsoever that as time goes on, they will get it together and they may be able to meet Kansas City in the AFC Championship game?
Listen, I'm a big believer in Mike Tomlin. I think Mike Tomlin is a terrific head coach. They got a lot of really good veteran leadership. But I've always felt, even when the Steelers were winning, when they were undefeated, I never felt like they were the best team in the AFC at that point in time. I always felt like Kansas City was the best team in the AFC. And even right now, I think the biggest contender to the Kansas City Chiefs is the Buffalo Bills. I think that the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen, he brings an element to the quarterback position that you're going to need in order to challenge Pat Mahomes. He's a big, athletic guy, big, strong-arm guy. He has a lot of weapons on the perimeter that he can throw to. The defense is starting to play better now. So, in my opinion, it's the Buffalo Bills as a team that's the biggest threat to the Kansas City Chiefs.
D. Wood, how likely is it that the Browns actually catch the Steelers to win the AFC North?
Yeah, I don't think the Browns are going to catch the Steelers, to be honest with you. You're talking about a Browns team that right now, I mean, they've already lost. They've lost to the Steelers. They've lost to the Ravens. They need to win. They need to win one of those. They need to win one of those games against their chief rivals in the division. So I think with this few games left on the slate, I don't think they're going to catch the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know the Pittsburgh Steelers have the Bengals this week, I believe. So I don't think they catch the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Damon Woody, ESPN NFL analyst, joining us here this morning on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. There's been a lot of chatter coming out of Tampa Bay about the criticism that's being handed down to Tom Brady. Bruce Arians went on defense about the critics, probably talking about some people at ESPN, about the quarterback being, put on blast about his play. What do you make of him defending his quarterback, even though he had harsh words to some earlier in the year?
Well, Key was like, I literally had to laugh because he's the same guy that was, like you said, putting your quarterback on blast, but then wants to go after people about criticizing the team and what's the identity. And he's been the main culprit. So listen, it just made me laugh a little bit. But when you look at the when you look at the Tampa Bay Bucks, hell, the kicker missed. Accounted Dan Bailey missed 3 field goals in the extra point. That's 10 points right there. So, they're lucky to win that game against the Minnesota Vikings. Tom Brady did look better as the game went on. They still have issues as far as, completing those deep passes down the field. I don't know what their identity is on offense. I know Bruce Arians said, we could do everything. We could do everything. But at this time of year, you do need something to hang your hat on. So, for me, there's still question marks about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Jalen Hurts takes the Philadelphia Eagles down to the desert to take on Kyler Murray this weekend. Brent Hundley, Kyler Murray can certainly show what Jalen Hurts can do on the scout team side for his defense. Could the book be out on Jalen Hurts now that there's one game under his belt?
I don't know if the book is going to be out. I tend to think, Keith, that he's going to get better with more experience. I mean, listen, he had, going into the New Orleans game, that was his first week of getting all the reps. And he went out there and he had a, pretty good performance against the best defense in the National Football League. So now moving forward, he's going to continue to get the reps, hopefully continue to get better as more experience he gains. That's the way I look at it. Now, it's going to be a tough test going out there in the desert against Kyler Murray and all the things that he brings to the table.
D Wood, speaking of one of the best defenses, let's actually speak about one of the best of all time, the GOAT conversation. What do you think about Aaron Rodgers saying, since there are so many greatest of all times, that you can put him in the conversation as well, pretty much?
Well, he was right. Somebody does something spectacular, oh, he's the GOAT. Whether it's football, basketball. I mean, when you say greatest of all time, you can't have that many greatest of all time walking the earth. Like, to me, greatest of all time, Jordan is a GOAT. Serena Williams is a GOAT. Tiger Woods, that's greatest of all time. We can't – it seems like every time somebody puts in a really good performance, oh, he's a GOAT. So, yes, he has a point. There are guys in football, particularly at the quarterback position, Tom Brady is the greatest winner of all time. Is he the greatest quarterback? I don't know, but he's the greatest winner. Aaron Rodgers may be the best, the best talent that we might have seen at the quarterback position. So there are different things, different slots that we can put guys in, but we throw around GOAT way too much.
Damon, we got about 30 seconds to go. If you're the New Orleans Saints, you got 3 healthy quarterbacks. Who would you start this weekend with Drew Brees coming off IR?
Man, I'm going with Jameis Winston because you can't game manage your way to beating the Kansas City Chiefs. And to me, that's what Taysom Hill is. He's limited in the passing game. He's a Swiss Army knife. He can do a lot of things, but at the end of the day, Key, you got to score points against the Kansas City Chiefs. They were down 10-0 to the Miami Dolphins in the first quarter. By the time the third quarter came around, they were on top of the Miami Dolphins 30-10. That's how explosive they are. You're going to need some of that in the passing game. That's Jameis Winston for me.
It's going to be a great matchup on Sunday, the one we're all looking forward to if we can get Mahomes and Breeze. Damian, thank you so much.
All right,
All right, Big D Wood, get that hippo out the backyard now.
No, nothing like that, Keith.
Damian Woody joined us on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. We're also brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who save with Progressive save over $750 on average. Call or click today and find out if we could save you hundreds on your car insurance. On the way with a controversy.
Zubin, how would you fight a hippo? How would you fight a hippo, Zubin? Tell me what your tactics would be?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's anything funny about a guy being mauled by somebody. That's my opinion.
Zubin, come on.
Sorry,
Zubin.
Sorry, that's just my opinion.
Okay.
I don't want to be a buzzkill.
Right.
That's just my opinion. On the way,
right.
Controversy-filled college football playoff coming on Sunday. One conference commissioner really wants us to raise controversy by saying, let's go back to one of the most controversial things the sport has ever seen. He's on the way with his comments after I